Hi guys, Shakey Nan again. Sorry, I'm trying to be really tricky here today. I've got two phones going and I'm trying to do a live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So let's see if this works or not. Okay, my topic for today is how do ETs feel about talking ET and telling people about it. Since I've started this, it's built my confidence up, but more so for you guys. Like I've said before, a lot of the things I talk about to you guys, I've never even said to my own family before. So this is all new to me, having to talk about it, especially out in public still. What I have found with these videos is I'm starting to encourage more and more people to talk about it, which is great. I've had a lovely message of one of our Shakey friends, Steve Miller from in the Oklahoma area, and he's actually, I've inspired him to start talking out about it, and his son has ET as well, Michael, and they're going to be Steve's the ambassador for a walk this weekend in Oklahoma, a walk for cannabis awareness, and he will be standing up and talking to the crowd about ET and about his journey. So if any ETs are in the Oklahoma area, please go down and see Steve, have a chat with him. He is so happy to talk to any other ETs about it. And for him to actually get up there and speak, he said there's going to be about 1,000 people there, which is absolutely brilliant. I wish you all the luck in the world, Steve and Michael, for the weekend. It's this Saturday, and they end up at Relax Park, which is brilliant. So if you're in the cannabis area. Oh my goodness. If you're in the Oklahoma area and you want to, if you haven't met anyone with ET before, get down there. He's going to be talking about 12:30, he said. So that'd be great for him and great for other ETs. I want to tell you about an incident that happened to me on the weekend, explaining what I mean by I'm more confident with you guys. And this, guys, as I'm talking about it, you will see my tremors start to explode. On the weekend, we've gone down into another week of lockdown, and this week for the Greater Sydney area in Australia, in New South Wales. And this week it's strict rules where only one person per household is allowed to go to the shops. That's it. Everyone has to stay at home unless you're an essential worker. So on the weekend, we had our adult children here and our granddaughter, and so we ordered Chinese with 5 adults and 1 child. We order a lot. So when I went down there, I was dressed in my daggies. You know, I'd finished my live. This was Friday night. I'd finished my live. My brain was just in blah mode. I had to go and pick up the Chinese. Okay, not a problem. So I've gone down to pick up the Chinese. I've pulled up out the front. There's no one in the shop, of course, because no one's allowed to eat in any restaurants or anything at the moment. Put my mask on in the car, thought, right, I'm going to do the right thing, go in there. No one's in there. I wasn't even thinking about Shakey Nan. I wasn't thinking about anything except trying to remember the order. Because with that much, there was a lot of Chinese. So I've walked in there and the lady was actually bringing our order out, and it was a big, massive box. So I knew it was our order, and I said, good timing. Is that the order for Nicole? And she said, yes, it is. She said, hang on a minute, I've just got to go and get something. So at the Chinese shop in our town, it's got a little L-shaped cupboard. So I put my handbag there next to the cash register, and the lady had put the food on this side. So I walked around and started checking and trying to remember the order, and I hear this voice say, are you right? And I sort of looked to the side of me and I thought, it must have been someone that knew me. But when I looked at this person, all I saw was this big mask on their face. And I said, what? And I kept looking at my food and she said, how dare you? Looking at someone else's food, how dare you? And I said, I couldn't even look at her. I just went into flight mode. I couldn't even look at her. I said, this is my food. And the lady that had given me the food then got confused and she said, are you Nicole? I said, yes, this is my food. And that lady said, it looks like my food. And I said, I was just mortified. I couldn't look at her. I couldn't talk. All I could say was, I would never look at someone else's food. And the lady, because when I said to the lady, yes, I'm Nicole, then this lady said, oh, sorry, I thought it must have been my food. I was frozen. I couldn't talk. I couldn't look at her. I wouldn't even know who she was if I tripped over her in the street. I could not bring my eyes to look at her. I walked back around to the cash register part to pay for it. And when the lady said the amount, because we had 17 dishes, this thing says, oh, I'm glad that is your order. Lucky you're paying for that. I still couldn't look up. I couldn't even look at the lady serving me. I couldn't look up. I just grabbed my bag. I shakily tried to pick up the food. I had to put the drink bottle in my handbag. Picked up the food. I got to the door. That thing opened the door. Oh, sorry about that again. I still couldn't talk. I couldn't even... All I wanted to do was give her a mouthful and I couldn't because I wasn't in an ET moment. And that, I mean, really, who gets accused of looking at someone else's food? Who would ever do that? Was it what I was dressed in? Was it what I was dressed in and my shaking? We're a little country town. We don't have homeless people. Did she think I was some homeless junkie standing there? I got out to my car, guys. I thought, I'm going to upend this food all over this car park. I had to squat right down, put the box onto my knees, push my body into the box to try and open the car door. All the while, this thing would never have thought about me again. She would never have thought about how she made me feel. I got in the car and I just sat in there and the tears were already rolling and I just thought, oh my God, what just happened? I froze. I couldn't do anything. And you know what really got me? I watched that lady come out and she walked the other way and she only had 3 containers in her hand. So how she thought that monster box with 17 dishes in it was her order, it must have been the way I was. And this is what we put up with. It is hard for us to talk about it. I've not talked about it for 49 and a half years. It's so hard for us to talk about it. And then we get 2 steps in front and something like that pushes us back again. When will we stop? When will we stop this flight mode in us that stops us from telling people? That's what I need to stop. I did it at the RTA the other month, I told you. Now I did it with this thing. I should have thrown a card at her. I couldn't look at her. I couldn't raise my eyes. I couldn't talk. I just had to get out of there. I had to run. I don't know when I'll get over this. I didn't have my shirts, my jumpers on, my jackets. Now I've ordered us lanyards and I've ordered us the wristbands because I'm going to have something on me all the time to remind me. We can't keep getting treated like this just because we look different. We need people to know. And now we're in lockdown. So now I've stopped talking about it. My shakes have calmed down again. That's what I mean, the emotions trigger your ET. Now that I've calmed down again, we're in lockdown again. It's not looking good, guys. I really don't think I'm going to get to Canberra in 3 weeks. I was speaking to the gentleman that's organising it all this morning, and he's in the Sydney area too. So if we get notified that we're in lockdown longer, they are going to postpone it, so I won't miss out on being there. I don't want to be on a Zoom. People need to see this. The camera doesn't show it as bad as what it is in real life. So if it doesn't happen in 3 weeks, it's still going to happen, which we need this to happen. We need it to get out more. All right, guys, once again, it wasn't supposed to be a crying one, but once you talk about it, once I talk about it with you guys, that just, I love you all. Take care, stay safe. Be kind to everyone, guys, especially people that look a bit different. Don't jump to conclusions. There could be an underlying condition, like ET. Love you all. Stay safe. Take care. I'll see you all on Friday. Look after each other. Bye, guys. Now, I've just got to try and stop both of these. Love you guys.